Hello. No, you're not going nuts. I have already been live once today, and you are seeing me live a second time. Guys, we are coming live for our next, what am I trying to say? Our next Heart and Soul Virtual Expo sponsors interview. We have a wonderful lady with you today who I will introduce you to in a second. Guys, you may be aware that we have our next Virtual Expo coming up in February. It is literally 2 weeks away. As I realised that yesterday, I went, holy crap. I did. Hello, Helen. You look vaguely familiar. You were on my last live. Great to have you here, darling. If you are live, if you're popping a live, say good day in the comments. If you're watching the replay, pop hashtag replay so we can come back and say good day to you. As I mentioned, we have our next Virtual Expo happening in February on the 5th, 6th, and 7th of Feb. So it's only a couple of weeks away, guys. And we are interviewing every single one of our incredible 12 sponsors who we could not run this expo without. And this is where we are getting a real deep dive in to learn about them and their passion for what they do. Now, I want to introduce you to someone who I don't like very much. No, that's a joke. She's actually one of my best mates. I can see her laughing. She is one of the most beautiful people I know, and it is the beautiful Suzi Manley from 5 Foot Rope. Suzi, as I'm sure she will explain this a lot more succinctly than I can, she loves helping small business owners to stand out above the noise online by helping you create unique and scroll stopping content, because that's what you want, right? For your social media, she helps you to grow your online network the right way so that you can have an incredible network around you. And I'm really proud to be a part of her network. So without any further ado, I'm going to bring up young Spunky Bum, and say good day. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. She's busy typing away.
I'm actually sending a message to Lay going, can you please share this on our 5 Foot Rope page?
I think my beautiful May will probably be already sharing, if she hasn't already, to your profile. So you're all good. Like, what will we do without our VAs? Hey, Suze?
I know, right? I've shared it to my profile, but yeah, I thought, I've got to share it to my page. So I'm quickly messaging Lay going quick and try not to click on the video, because otherwise it would have like played in the background and you would have and you would have been going, why am I echoing?
What is it? Guys, Suzi and I, we are best mates. So every time we jump on to do one of these interviews, we need to warn you, just like anything could happen. This is just what happens when we get together. So Suzi, tell us more about your incredible business, because I love what you do, and you've changed it up a bit in the last few months about what you do. Tell us a little bit more. Explain it better than I can, because I know you can explain it better than I can.
So I've got to Ali explain it.
No, yeah, Ali, yes, Ali explain it. Exactly. That's the first time you've said that, but I really like it.
I know. Ali explain it. Oh, no. And it's gone downhill already.
Yeah, it didn't take long, did it?
Morning, lady. Morning, Helen. Beautiful Palme. Just wanted to say hello to everyone. Guys, Ali, firstly, thank you so much for having me on. You know, I love supporting your incredible expos, and I can't wait for this one coming up in February. We have such a great time, and, you know, and they really are a fantastic platform for us to be able to showcase our business. And I love doing yours because I can sit in the background and just
do nothing.
And do nothing.
And you know,
and be able to actually promote my business, because I don't do that in my expos. But yeah, but guys, for those of you who are watching that don't know me, as Ali said, I'm Suzi Manley, and I'm from 5 Foot Rope, and I help small business owners grow their online network. I help them get themselves out there. I help create graphics and content for their business pages, for whether it's, LinkedIn, TikTok, their blog, their website, their whatever it is. I create some incredible content and graphics, and I can write blogs for you and things like that. And I run virtual expos, and I got 3 coming up this year. So which is awesome. And I'm also doing 5 foot rope again, which I'm so excited about.
You're doing it all, girlfriend. So
and workshops.
I know, right? This is what I mean. This is the creativity in business that we get to have is just so much fun. All right, okay. So what one are we going to start with? What one are you going to tell us about first? So it's all up to you, girl. Which is scary.
I'll leave my upcoming course to later because I've got a very special offer in that one. So if you're watching us, you're going to have to stay on until the end. Is it a marketing ploy? Wait till the end because we have an amazing offer for you. And if you're like me and you're watching the replay, you just skip to the end anyway. But anyway, that's beside the point.
Bad idea.
Right, I'm so bad. Hey Janelle, lovely to see you. So okay, well let's start with 5 Foot Rope TV because I'm really excited that I'm relaunching that one.
Yeah, go on. I'm very proud to be a part of 5 Foot Rope TV. So, tell us how it works because it sounds like it sounds like a TV show. So
and it basically is. So it was something that I started before COVID because I realized that, more small business owners needed to work out how to use lives for their businesses. Because, I think even at the moment, there's only about 12% of business owners are using lives on a regular basis for their business. And guys, if you're a small business owner and you're watching this, you must see that as a massive, massive opportunity for you to put your businesses out there. Good morning, Miss Carlia. How are you, darling? And so it was something that I was starting to learn a bit more about through Adair Palmer. And Adair had her own, for lack of a better word, TV channel, that was online. And she and I had started talking about things, and she started, making me aware of a lot of different things. And this was back in 2018. And so what I came up with was I had been wanting to start my own YouTube channel because I thought, I wanted to be able to get a YouTube channel for 5 Foot Rope because at the time I was doing networking events for business owners. So I was, providing a platform for business owners to be able to network and showcase their business in one room, right? We've all done them. You've gone along to the networking events and things like that. And I thought, there's got to be a better way to do this for people to be able to reach a wider audience. And obviously the only way to do that is through the internet. And I wasn't as familiar with the lives on Facebook. And so I thought, okay, right, well, they've got this thing called YouTube. Right? I didn't really know much about it, but I knew, YouTube, good on, right? And but I thought, there has to be an opportunity here for me to create a channel, a business channel that small business owners can come on and share their products and services. And if we all got in and did it together, and work together as a community, right, like you do with networking, then you would be putting your business. So if I'm showcasing my business and you're part of the channel, I'd also be hopefully putting my stuff in front of your network, and you'd be putting your stuff in front of my network. And then, Carlia will be putting her stuff in front of your network, and I'll be putting my stuff in front of Carlia's network. And so all of a sudden you have this massive increase in your organic reach, which is what we're all, everyone's always getting on Facebook every day bitching and moaning because they can't get organic reach on anything. You get a 2 to 3% reach on your business page. You get maybe a 5 to 7% reach in groups, which is just ridiculously pathetic. And even on your personal page, if you've got it in professional mode, you at the most you're lucky to get say 10% reach. If you're really good, you might get 15. So you can have, for every 1,000 followers or friends or whatever you've got, 2 or 3 of them are less than 2 or 3 of them are seeing them. So if you're getting a
Yeah.
5% reach and you've got 1,000 followers, that's like half a person is seeing your stuff, right? So I think does that make sense? Hang on.
Kinda.
Numbers, if it's 100, it's 5.
It's a manlyism.
Yeah, it's half, right? So, in other words, no one's seeing your stuff. So you've got to have a massive, massive, massive following if you're going just by the numbers. Now, what started to happen was, people were starting, like, I thought, okay, well, I'll do this thing on YouTube. And then I started talking to Adair, and she said, listen, why don't you try Facebook Lives? And I went, what? What is that? I don't understand the words coming out of your mouth right now. I had no clue, right?
One of our conversations.
Yeah, I actually had to go on and get a friend of mine, her daughter, to go and find my account on Facebook. Because I'd signed up when Facebook first came out in like 2008, 2009, whatever it was, right? And I said to Zoe, who I think was about 16, 17 at the time, I said, sweetheart, I've got a Facebook account there somewhere. I said, can you find it for me? She goes, sure. She found it in 2 seconds flat, right? But I had no clue. I had no idea what I was doing. I really had no clue. And so through talking to Adair, that kicked me off. I thought, okay, well, Suze, you got to start learning about this sort of stuff. And I started going and doing a lot more research and learning. And then I did my very first live in my backyard. It took me 15 minutes. Now you're going to love this. 15 minutes to work out what to say. Awesome. I didn't know what to say.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, right. I had no words.
I didn't know you back then, so I can't imagine. I just can't.
And in the end, I'm standing there and I'm thinking, Manley, what the hell are you doing? Just turn on the damn camera and just start talking as if you're talking to someone, right?
Can I say, like, we've all been there? Like, legit, I've done that, when I first, honestly, Suze, when I first heard of these things called the Facebook Lives, right, and I used to see it on another Facebook profile that I used to have, I watched a lady come on and she used to do her, like, she was in direct sales, I can't remember what company, but she used to do her makeup live. And I'm thinking, what an idiot. Who would go live? Well, I don't want to watch this idiot do her makeup live. But how cool she was making sales. And I'm going, what? I don't, Facebook Lives are stupid. That's literally, that was my.
But I was the same. I was exactly the same. Because I'm sitting there going, why would anyone, number one, you look like an absolute idiot walking around with a phone going blah, 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 right?
And now we do it for a living.
Right? And you see people, going for their walk and they've got their thing and their phone and they're going, oh, yes, and I'm walking down my street and I'm going for my morning walk and the birds are chirping and blah, blah. And I used to think, how stupid is that, right?
I used to think, and who gives a shit? That's what I used to think.
No one cares. And then the penny dropped with me, because obviously I'm not the fastest, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. The penny dropped with me because one night I jumped on one of the ladies who was actually on Adair's thing, channel thingy.
Yeah.
And it was on Facebook, right? And this lady was sitting in her bedroom on her bed, pulling out like angel cards, or they weren't tarot cards, but they were like, right. And she's going, and she's just sitting there shuffling, and she's just in a singlet, and she's got no makeup on, and she's sitting there and she's shuffling, going, so who would like a reading, right? Who would like a message from my cards? And I'm thinking, what the hell? I thought, what an absolute load of crap, because I grew up with a spiritualist church, right? So, Marnie's very strong medium. Tarot cards you're taking with a grain of salt, but, they're a bit of fun. But you've got to normally be sitting in front of the person to receive a message from them, right? This is my. So she's sitting there going, yeah. And then I looked at the numbers, right? How you can see how many people that are watching.
Yeah.
She had 579 people watching her.
What?
And I'm going, that can't be right.
There's
something different wrong. She was on there for, I think, about 3 hours. And it just would go up to around 1,000 people, and then it dropped down to 900, and then drop down, and then go up. And I'm just sitting watching this going, are you kidding me? Like, this is just what, right?
What?
That's when the penny dropped. It was, okay, well, just because I have seen maybe 3 lives in my lifetime of someone drinking a coffee going, look at my coffee, I'm at the cafe and I'm having a coffee and look at my coffee and look at, right? And I'm going, I don't care about your coffee. I'm not learning anything from you. So I'm not watching these stupid lives. It dropped, the penny dropped with me, that just because I didn't find interest in them, other people might. But then when I started looking further into them, I realized that, you know, there's a lot more out there than people showing you their cup of coffee. Like, there's
Hang on a bit.
Right.
Hang on a bit.
Yeah. You know, so there's a lot more you know, interesting stuff out there that people are sharing. They're teaching people, they're sharing their knowledge with people. You know, they're giving people opportunities to either, you know, grab tools that can help grow their business. They'll, you know, collaborate to help grow their business or grow themselves or grow their learning. They're learning stuff. They're, you know, whatever it is. I learn everything I know from YouTube, and all YouTube is lives, right? They're just live sessions.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? Everything I learned from YouTube. And that's when it sort of started all clicking with me, going, okay, well, there's something behind these lives. And at that stage, I think only about 5 to 6% of business owners were using lives consistently for their business.
That's right.
And I thought, okay,
because a lot of people had similar thoughts to what we had.
That's right. Because especially our generation, right? You know, what are we, Gen X, right? We're the generation that just literally doesn't give a shit. We don't care, right? We don't care about it.
And you know what I say, Suze? Is I say, because we're in our 50s now, Gen X, and I just go, every decade, you just give a shit less.
You do. And I'm sorry, but it's true. Because, you know, we were the last generation where our parents would give us a kick up the ass, right? It was, you know, that I'll give you something to cry about, right? You want to cry, I'll give you something.
Carly's giving herself a kick up the ass. Look, Carly, get your backside in gear, get cracking on your lives. Yeah, Carly.
There you go. Right? You know, we were the last generation that wasn't precious. We didn't get offended, right? We weren't, you know, we didn't turn around every time and go, oh, you can't say that. You can't do this. If someone picked on you, you sucked it up and you moved on, and you know, you sort of, it was a different train. It was just a whole different creature from what you're seeing now. And so our train of thought was, why would I go on and share my personal story?
Yes.
To all these people that I don't know. I don't share my personal story to the people I do know. Right?
It's true.
Right? So it was a really, you do, you know, and it was a really big learning curve for me, because it was something that was so foreign to me to share anything. Well, I still don't really share personal stuff about myself. That's my choice. But it was a big learning curve for me to put myself out there, to go, why would people want to listen to me? What do I know? Surely other people must know this. If I can learn it, surely they can learn it. Surely they're watching YouTube as well, right? Or reading such and such's book, or doing this course, or whatever it is. And yeah, Carly, I was raised with a suck it up, buttercup. Absolutely. Carly, and so was I. And that's exactly.
I love it, Carly. Me too.
You know, and we do it with that, like that with Coops too. It's like, mate, suck it up. You know, because there's a lot of people a lot worse off than you, so you got nothing to complain about. But it's, you know, so it was a massive learning curve. So what happened was, I started doing these lives, and I started finding that it was really like massively growing my network, much faster than what posting the odd funny thing or motivational quote or whatever could ever do to my online network. And so, like I said, not the sharpest tool, it finally sunk into the old grey matter that, hey, Suze, they might be onto something here. Mark Zuckerberg might actually know what he's talking about.
Oh, really?
Idiot, right? That'd be like going, Warren Buffett recommends what stock? No, I'm not going to buy that. That's just, he doesn't know what he's talking about. What an idiot, right? I know better than Warren Buffett.
Oh, yeah. No, so much better.
Okay. So Helen says a lot of what we know is common sense, and we assume everyone already knows it. That's exactly right. And so, you know, so I started doing these lives, and I saw the opportunity in them, and I thought, okay, right, I've got to get other people onto this, because, you know, obviously no one knows about this. It's the biggest secret. No one knows. Because again, not real sharp. But what I started doing was I said to people, okay, right, what we're going to do is I want all of us to come and do your lives. You should be doing lives for your business on Facebook regularly anyway. But let's all do it in the same place. So let's all come onto 5 Foot Rope page and do your lives. Also share it to your personal timeline and your business page. And if you've got something like StreamYard, you can stream into different places, right? Yep. Didn't really have a lot of that back then. We had Be Live, but not many people knew about it. Most people were just going live to Facebook. So it was like, okay, get on and do the live on 5 Foot Rope, right? I'll share it with my network. The other broadcasters will hopefully share it with their network if they find value in it. They'll comment on it. And we were just starting to learn about algorithms, but really didn't have that much of a clue back in 2018, right? We really didn't. And so no one did. Still now, no one really knows, right? We just
it changes all the time. That's the problem.
You know.
But it's not a problem.
Yeah, what's that?
It is a problem, but it's not a problem if you're doing 5 Foot Rope TV or something like it.
That's right. You know, so I sort of said, okay, well, let's all come together. And I had about 20 people jump in and say, I'm in. And I said, right, okay, you've got to give me a time when you want to go live. And, you know, I had some people that would do 2 half hours because you could have a 1 hour or a 2 hour per week package, right? And I think back then it was like $20 a week. It's, you know, I've done it a lot cheaper this time round, but I think it was like $20 a week for an hour. And you could split it into 2 half hours or however you want to do it. I had one lady used to do a 10-minute every morning. You know, and she'd talk about her essential oils every morning. She'd start 10, 15 minutes.
That's right, yes, I remember.
Yeah, and I used to say, start my day with Kay, right? And she got a really, really good following that would tune into her every morning. She got really, really good results. I had a chiropractor, I had a naturopath, I had a fashion lady, I had a lady that spoke about menopause. I had Claire Bear talking about a Sensi, beautiful Claire Bear. You know, so I had quite a few different kinds of businesses, and it was getting such a fantastic response. Like everyone was working in together. Everyone realized that we had to do it as a community, you know, and I was doing training in the group and that. Yeah. And then COVID hit and everyone stopped what they were doing because no one knew, because a lot of the businesses literally shut their doors. You know, people had no income, so they couldn't afford $20 a week to go and do this because they had no clue what was happening with their business. So I ended up shutting the program down, but I relaunched it at the end of last year. And yeah, I did. And I offered some really, really good early bird packages at the end of last year. But we still have some fantastic packages available for anyone who wants to get involved. So now we've got, you know, the broadcasters group. Now that I'm back on board, because I have a fair break over Christmas, New Year and that. Now I'm back on board. I'll be doing a lot more training in that group as to how to get lives, because there's a heap of training in there anyway. You know, how to do your lives better, how to make sure it works. And I'll be getting back into that group now that I'm back on board, motivating people to, you know, make sure they watch each other's lives, comment on each other's lives, because now we know that the more people that comment and react to your lives, the more people that see it, because the algorithm kicks in. They go, everybody's loving this, we'll put it in front of more people.
And I'm going to back that up too, Suze, because I'm going to say, because I'm, of course, a part of 5 Foot Rope TV. Why would I not be? Because I'm quiet and shy just like you, and I love my Facebook Lives, even though I used to hate it. Right? Now I run the majority of my business. Like, this is the second time I'm coming live today. I'm going live a third time later for another sponsor's interview, right? So this is how I run my business. But being a part of 5 Foot Rope TV, it is right, because I wasn't in the initial round when you initially started, because I didn't know you, right? Yeah. Then I met you and realised you were just as weird as me. So it's like, all right, this time.
And then we're like, we've known each other forever. We just didn't know it.
But now it's like, why wouldn't I join it? Because I see the value. Yes, I see the value of the lives, but it's also, and this is also a contributing factor to the whole, to all of 5 Foot Rope. It's the networking side of it, you know.
That's it.
When you get to network with, the other 5 Foot Rope TV people, like beautiful Helen and Carlia and Claire and Dean and all of those beautiful people.
Senley.
But yeah, all of those people. But we're coming we are put, because we're all supporting each other, then we are put in front of each other's audiences. And I'm going to say that the first, I think it was the first, I'm trying to think back to late last year. God, that's a hard thought. The first week I did 5 Foot Rope TV itself, my reach on my profile went bananas, can I say?
It's insane, isn't it?
Bananas, because we were all supporting each other, right? And I'm in professional mode on my profile, and I went and had a look at the stats, and I couldn't believe it. Even people viewing my stories, right? Normally, it's it's in the it's not a huge reach. Well, I've got 9,500 followers, for crying out loud, and the people who see my stories are about 20 people a day, right? But this, after doing my this particular 5 Foot Rope live, there was like 150 people. And people were responding to my other posts that I was putting on my profile. And I was not like sideways. I was like, holy crap, this works. Like, I knew it would work, but I didn't expect it to work that well. So 5 Foot Rope TV, guys, get on it. And I love it. I'm in your hour package. I do two a week. So I do half an hour on Tuesdays, half an hour on Thursdays. I love it.
Yeah, and it's good because, Helen's even said, being part of 5 Foot Rope TV makes me accountable and I have to show up.
Yes,
you've got to go and you've got to set the event up. And you do that on your own timeline as well. You know what I mean? Like, you make yourself a co-host because obviously you'll post on everyone that joins is made an editor of the page. So when they do their live, they're actually going live as 5 Foot Rope, but they're making themselves co-host to the events. Right.
Yes.
So they can share it on their own personal timeline. They're sharing their events with everybody. You can repurpose all these events, because now that I'm back into things, what I did with the last one was I end up downloading all the videos and I'll upload them all to my 5 Foot Rope YouTube channel. Yeah. Right. So if anyone wants to get the link from that and share it to LinkedIn or put it on their website or include it in an email or anything like that, they can either do it from Facebook or they can also do it from YouTube. So it gives them the opportunity to be able to repurpose all of that stuff, and you should be repurposing your lives anyway, turning them into reels or turning them into shorts or turning them into, stories and things like that. So it's dropped off a little bit over Christmas, obviously, with us all, being away and holidays and all that sort of stuff. But now that I'm back, I'll be back into that group and, kicking everyone's butt, saying, right, come on, guys, let's get in and support each other. Let's make sure. And so it's like a longer version of a virtual expo, in the fact that, we're all in the virtual expos. We all know that, we get that 80% reach in a virtual expo over those 4 days, 3 or 4 days of the expos, which is insane in a group. You just don't get that in groups. You don't get that reach.
Oh, they are insane numbers.
Right. But we get it in our virtual expos. Why? Because we're all working together as a community over those 3 or 4 days. And everyone's getting in and reacting and commenting and engaging and, and doing all the stuff that you're supposed to do. And if you just do that, if you're part of 5 Foot Rope TV, say, every time you jump on Facebook, you just jump over to 5 Foot Rope page and just comment on a few and give them a love and give them a wow, and hey Dean, great, love, what are you cooking today? Or hey Helen, love what you're sharing. And it just helps all of us get in front of more and more people that we never would have been put in front of before, without having to pay for advertising or boosting posts. So that's why I really love it, because it's got that community aspect of everything that I sort of try and do in 5 Foot Rope.
I love it. So, okay. So I think at the end, what we'll do is we'll get you to share, or when Ruff, I'll get you or your beautiful VA Lay to share any links. If people want to come and join 5 Foot Rope TV. Guys, can I recommend? I highly recommend doing it, because not only you get to come live, you get to have a lot of fun.
And great.
Say too that if you are someone who kind of you're avoiding doing lives because you're scared or because you're worried that people are going to think negatively of you, please don't hold back because of that. Because look, from someone who when she started doing lives, you know, and I was recovering from mental breakdown. And I was like a freaking robot when I started doing lives. Because hi, my name is Ali, and this is my business, and this is what I do. And I was like a deer in the head. I was a robot.
Yep.
Like, but you know, the more you practice it, the better you get. But also, not only that, because you get support from all the other members.
Yeah.
It makes you feel better about yourself.
It
makes it a lot easier, and you're only going to get encouragement. None of us in 5 Foot Rope TV are going to laugh at you. We're all going to encourage you because, guys, we've all been there.
That's right. That's exactly right. That's what I was saying before. The first live I did, stood out in the backyard, like literally for 20 minutes going, I don't know what to say. I just have no words. And in the end, I thought, you know, what the hell are you doing? Just turn it on and just start talking, like, you know, as if you've ever been lost for words, right?
Have a conversation.
Yeah. And I started talking into my phone and, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I just basically said, look, this is the first live. I've been given this as a bit of homework on something that I'm doing and this and that. And as I'm talking, Max, the Wonder Dog, came outside. And because I'd been out all day, so I had makeup on, I had a lovely top on, I was dressed nice to go out. When I got home, I changed into my tracky pants and fluffy slippers because it was winter, but I left my nice top on to do my live, right?
That's right. Who knew?
So I'm doing, you know, because I only see you from here on up, right? And I'm doing this. And then Max came out and was round my feet. And I said, oh, here's Max, the Wonder Dog. And I went like that to show Max and forgetting I had on tracksuit pants and purple fluffy slippers. And I was like, oh, crap. Oh, well, there you go.
That's real life, people.
That's life, people, right? And, you know, and you really, the thing that I actually find that I enjoy most about my lives now is I don't care what people think about me, because not everyone's going to love you. Yeah. Not, you know, you're going to, I'm too much for some people. People, she's always with the hands and she's always with them and she's so loud and she talks so quickly and, you know, and that's fine. Those people will never connect with me. They'll probably never become a client of mine in my business. So they're not the people that I'm looking to connect with. Helen says, and the illusion is shattered. I know, right? Under this desk, Helen, I've got a pair of C2K rugby shorts on. They're Troy's. I've got rugby shorts on because they're comfortable and I love them. So, and I just take all these clothes, you know, but I don't care what people think of me. And because I know that there's going to be people out there that will connect with me and will go, I really find value in what she shares. You know, she seems to know what she's talking about, and it's going to help me in my business. And hopefully they can see that I'm genuine and authentic. Yeah, not this is not a guarantee that this is a regular thing. I'll just say that now. So, guys, when you're watching me live, you'll be wondering next time, like, you'll be going,
wearing pants?
What's she wearing under that desk? What's going on? And I don't care, right? Awesome. But what I do care about is connecting with the people that need my help, sharing the information that I've learned, and hopefully that will help them in their business. That's what I'm passionate about. So I'll go and learn as much as I can, and then I go, oh wow, this is really great. I need to share this with as many people as I can. And so I share, you know, as much as I possibly can through my different projects that I have happening. And that's what I love about lives, is that you can connect with people like now, like, you know, you can have people chatting to you at the side and watching you and leaving comments, and hopefully they're getting some sort of value from, you know, the information that you're sharing with them, hopefully.
And this is the thing with life too, and like, it's something that I say at the beginning of most of my lives, you know, and if you're not, you should be saying something like this too. Just a little tip there. Say your day in the comments if you're watching live. Say #replay if you're watching the replay. And this is the thing I always say, is that because I'm sitting here alone in my office, right? I'm talking to a camera, but when you can still feel like you're in the same room with people when you're doing lives. And I think something, COVID especially, brought this to reality. You know, like you said, we've got, you know, Helen is making us laugh with her comments. We're interacting with Carlia and Helen and all the people that are commenting today, because it feels like we're in the same room with each other. We're not. Yeah. we're almost like having a conversation. And so lives aren't just, you know, what people like, what I used to think of. They're not just people talking into a camera and talking about nothing, right? It is interactive. And it gets more and more interactive, you know, as technology goes on, which I think
if you do them properly.
If you do them properly, yes.
You do them properly, because there are still people out there that sit there going, hello. I'm Frank, and I'm here to talk to you about how to plumb your toilet. So the first thing you do is get a pipe. It always reminds me of on Big Bang Theory, you know, Sheldon Cooper and Fun with Flags.
Fun with Flags. Hi, I would just finish watching that all over again. Hi, I'm Sheldon Cooper.
I like when he gets Will Wheaton on there and she keeps going, cut. It's coming.
Oh, love it. And when they name it to Sheldon Cooper's and Amy Farrah Fowler's Fun with Flags.
And they've got like episode 179 up on the board. Fun with Flags.
Sheldon Cooper can do a live, guys, and make it work. Even you. There you go. You've got it. You can do it.
But just, you know, just, you know, be yourself. Just, you know, share value. Have a bit of fun with it. And, you know, there's always going to be someone out there that doesn't like you or doesn't whatever. And that's fine. They'll move on. They, you know, you just don't worry about them, you know, because there's, for every one person that doesn't like you, trust me, there's going to be 20 or 30 people that just love what it is that you're sharing. If you do it if you're authentic and you're genuine and, you know, just don't use filters and all that crap. Just put yourself out there. We want to see your beautiful faces. We just want to see you being you. And, you know, do it. Just jump in and do it. We love it.
And lives help you. What I find, right, is because you've got these big conglomerates out there, you know, but you don't see the face behind the business, right? Okay, yes, they're successful. Yes, they're making lots of money. But when you're in small business, and again, something else that I feel that really came into fruition when COVID happened was that people wanted to support those people in small business. And coming live helps you to get to know the person who runs the business, right? Even if you, and a lot of people will say to me, oh, it's easy for you, Ali, because you're a service-based business. You're a coach, right? And I'm okay. But even if you have a product, you look at someone like Claire Williams, who has an incredible product that she sells. She goes live all the time. You know, and not only is she showcasing her product, but people are getting to see and learn what a genuine, lovely person Claire Williams is. You know, so they're learning about
with her.
They're connecting with her as a person, and because they're doing that, she's making her sales. So you can't, honestly, if someone, you know, like you who thought lives were the dumbest thing ever, now I can see it from completely different point of view, which I love 5 Foot Rope TV. So yes, we will definitely get you to share the link to 5 Foot Rope TV or however people can join, because seriously, guys, go and join it. It's a lot of fun. Now, all right.
I love the laughter. You got to have laughter. You got to have laughter. Don't take yourself too seriously, guys. Just have fun with it. Seriously, have fun with it, because if you're having fun, hopefully the people watching are having fun and they'll want to come back and watch you, you know, again. Whereas if you're sitting there, you know, trying to be extremely professional and saying all the right things and going, come and join me and come and watch my next live because I'm going to be, and people be going, bleh. Yeah, no.
That's right.
You've got to be
like, I've had so many people say to me, and even like, you know, love the laughter, and like, I am not perfect. None of us are perfect, perfectly imperfect. So just show up who you are and fall over your words. Like when I started doing it, I was petrified of not saying the right thing, of falling over my words, of making a mistake, of not looking professional. And in the long run, I looked less professional because I did look like a robot than what I hope I look like now by showing up, just being me, just stuffing up when I stuff up and owning it and laughing about it. And hoping everyone else is laughing.
Hello, there you go. Stanley says you ladies Always love that. That's exactly right. You know, and this is the thing. It's, you know, you get these, you can get these apps where you can have your text scrolling over your, like if you're doing a live on your phone, you can have the text scrolling on the screen like a newsreader, right? And you're reading the text. Now,
like a teleprompter.
That's right. Now, because I'm really bad. Don't do what I do. Do what I say. I normally jump on a live and have no idea what I'm going to talk about. How many times have I done your expos, Ali? And I've literally set the event like the day before the expo because I've got no clue what. And even when I'm about to jump on and do my live, I you know, it's all in my head. But you got to look at it this way, guys. If you can't get up and talk about your business with passion for at least 15 to 20 minutes on the spot, if someone says to you, Janelle, I want you to get up and talk about your business for the next 15 minutes, and you can't do it, then there's something very wrong there. That means that you haven't got your why in place. You don't really have a business plan as such or any business structure. There's a whole thing behind it. But, you know, if someone said to me, hey, Suze, look, our speaker's just, fallen off the edge of a cliff and we need another speaker. Can you jump in? I'm like, sure, I'll jump in, and I'll jump in and talk for as long as they want about my business, because I know my business and you guys should know your business too. That's how easy it is, guys, to do a live.
It is.
Talk
and this is
about what you know.
It is. And this is the thing too. I remember when I was learning what? So
wing it, baby. Yeah.
Wing it, baby. Well, I remember when my coach that I had at the time, she said that. She literally, similar to you, she said, all right, so just get your phone and press play and start talking. Yeah. And she said, you know your business. Like, she was encouraging it. So you know your business back to front. And she said something very similar. If you can't go and talk about your business live, then you need to go back and do your why and everything like that. And I'll never forget this one moment when we're in a training and she said, right, pick up your phone and go do a 5-minute live now on something that resonates related to your business. And I did something similar to what you did, right? I went, oh, crap, what am I going to talk on? Oh, my God. And then I shocked the shit out of myself because I pressed play, exactly what she said. I pressed play. I talked on my phone. I didn't only talk for 5 minutes. I talked for 10, and I missed half the training because I was still talking. And I got off that and I went, oh, my God, I really do actually know what I'm talking about. I know.
And it makes you feel so good. But Ali, how many times do we find in our virtual expos we'll get someone new sign up as a new stall holder, and you'll go, part of it is that you get a 30-minute live each day or whatever it is, and they go, well, what am I going to talk about for 30 minutes? I can't go live for 30 minutes. And how many times have those same people been getting messages from us going, darling, you've got 1 minute to go, right? Get off, shut up, go away. And right, because they're still talking. And it's and who goes over time like that? Yeah, Helen.
Who does that? I don't know what you're talking about.
So you get into that flow, and before you know it, it's 15 minutes, it's 20 minutes, it's 25 minutes. And you jump in and say to them, how do you think you went? Did you enjoy it? They go, oh my God, I can't believe that was half an hour. I can't believe that I just talked for half an hour. It's like, well,
and the passion comes through, doesn't it?
And it is the passion, and that passion, people see it, so they want to engage in it, and then they're engaging and you're engaging with them and talking to them, and it's a really fantastic mix if done right, that can really connect you with some amazing people and help you grow that network. And that's why I love 5 Foot Rope TV. And you've got 98% of businesses are utilizing Facebook for their business, right? It's actually 98.5% of businesses are on Facebook or have a presence on Facebook.
Yeah.
12.8% of those are doing lives.
What an opportunity for you.
Right? Massive opportunity. Because how many times, especially as a business coach, Ali, do people go, but Ali, how do I make my business stand out above everybody else's? I don't know how to stand up above the noise. I don't know how to stand out from the crowd. Go and do a live. Numbnuts, right? Go and do a live.
I don't actually say numbnuts, no.
See, that's why I'm not a business coach anymore. That's why I create content now, Ali. I don't talk to people.
Yeah, okay, well, you create the content. You just leave business coaching to me, all right?
I'm surprised Lay doesn't say, Suze, just don't talk to people. Just go. Stop talking to people.
If I had called one of my clients numbnuts, I think they'd flip me the bird. Right? And you know what? I wouldn't blame them, especially because I'm all about confidence. That's not going to instill confidence in anyone.
But see, you've got the disclaimer where you go, it's said with love.
Yeah.
It's like what I called Troy a moron. I go, moron, you're a moron. I love you. You're my moron, but you're a moron.
No, never say that. I love you. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on. So you also have, because we're almost out of time. Susie and I always go over time. So you have virtual expos, which we've mentioned. You have content creation that you do. And let me say that Susie's content and the graphics and the things that she creates are, how do I explain this? They are more professional than the professionals sometimes.
It is my happy place.
You've told that, haven't you?
Thank you. Yeah, I have actually. And which is lovely. But it's my happy place. It's just something that I just sort of jumped into and started fiddling around with, and I get. And because when they brought Canva out, because I used to use a platform called Corel Draw, and if there's any graphic artists out there, they'll be going, seriously? Well, they tended to get rid of that when they got rid of the slate and the chalk from the classrooms. They got rid of Corel Draw at the same time. But I loved it. And I had an actual publication that we used to put in all the cafes that I used to do all the graphics for. And that's how I started doing it. I had no clue what I was doing. I was just playing around, and I used to have to do up little ads for people who would sign up to advertise their business on this big newsletter, used to be called Coffee News. And so you had to do graphics, and you learned how to, have a little bit stand out outside the lines, and because the brain would pick up on that more so than the other, and leave lines open, and just little psychological things. And that's really what kicked it off for me. And then when I sort of started doing, actually it was years before that when I first started eBay in 2000. And
that takes me back.
Yeah, I started eBay, and that was when eBay was just, you wanted to sell a chair, or you wanted to sell, a cup and saucer, and there were no businesses on eBay. And I looked at it and I thought you could really run a business on here. And they just started the eBay shops, or the eBay stores. And I set up a store, and I hated what it looked like. So I thought, I want to be able to dress my store up. So I went away and I learned a little bit about HTML, but I had to create graphics to upload with the coding to make it, and it was called Susie's Auctions, and I did all pretty things and did all these really cool things, and I just went down that rabbit hole and started learning, and it was something that I just loved so much, and I ended up building my own website. It took me about 3 months. I built my own website, and that was awesome, because that was a lot of coding, a lot of graphics, a lot of whatever. Wow, and it was massive learning curve. And so fast forward to when I jumped onto Facebook, and I thought, okay, well, I want my profile picture to not be a profile picture. I want it to be something really cool that's going to be talking about my business or what I'm doing, or 5 foot rope. And I designed my logo, and then I just sort of went from there, and I just started creating stuff. And then I had a couple of people I was connected with in the network say, I love what you do with your graphics. Can you do it for my business? And at first I was like, sure. I had no clue what to charge. I had no idea how to structure it. I had no clue, but I just knew that I really loved doing it. And luckily for me, they're still clients today. They've been with me for for quite a few years now. And now I've got obviously more clients have come on board, and they get me to do all sorts. They get me to do posters for advertising, for websites, for blogs, for online publications, and all sorts of different stuff. And now I've also gone into video editing and things like that. So, and creating content. So it was something that I slid into sideways, but I really love it. Yeah, I do. I love it. And now that we've got AI, it's just a whole other level.
That's it. You slid into 5 foot rope TV sideways. You've slid into content creation sideways. You even slid into Expo sideways. And isn't that funny? That's how our businesses often start. You slid into networking sideways. Look at you go, girl. And now you have, you know, all these things came about, you know, because you found that you were good at them. Now you've got an incredibly successful business. You're all right at what you do. Actually, you're all right. You're not bad.
You're not bad. You're okay.
You're all right.
Yeah.
You'll do.
But I think it's just having that mindset of not saying no to something. Yeah, you might not know how to do it, but say yes anyway and work it out, because a lot of times it can be a really, really, I think it's Richard Branson that says that, you know, you might not know how to do it, but say yes anyway and work it out as you go along. You know, I bought a salon when I was 20 and I didn't even know how to do a manicure. I knew nothing, right? But it was a good business, and I built it into a really, really good business. And I learned very, very quickly how to do acrylic nails and how to do all that sort of stuff so that I could run the business that I just bought. You know, but I think it's just that having that mindset of being open to, well, I'll give it a go.
Yeah. Yeah, and that is, and I think a lot of the time that is small business in a way. You know, a lot of when people want to start a small business, it is literally just, oh, I'll just give it a go. How do you think I got into business coaching? I'll just give it a go. You know, I'm going to start the Heart and Soul Business Academy. I'm just going to give it a go. 3 years later, you can't get rid of me. I'm going to have a friendship with Suzi Manley. I'll give it a go.
I'll give it a go. Trust me, it's going to be a wild ride, but I'll give it a go.
I'll give it a go. She's a bit weird, but I'll give it a go.
I'll stuff up on my wine and Valium and I'll give it a go. Okay. Let's just strap ourselves in.
People strap in for the ride. Suzi, so you mentioned, I want to go to this because we're almost out of time. So you mentioned before that you have something special that you wanted to let us know about in all the different aspects of your business. Tell us you've got something. I know what it is, but I'm not going to tell them. I'll let you do that.
I'm so excited. So as most of you guys who know me know that I love AI. You know, I've got softwares that will, you know, create stuff for you and will schedule posts for you and things like that. Do all automated. I love anything automated. I love the AI journey. I'm so excited to see, you know, what they're going to have in 6 months and 12 months, and because every day something new's coming out with AI. The thing that I found was that there was a whole group of people that were sort of 45 and above who, number one, was scared shitless of AI. It was like, no, don't even, I don't know how to spell it, and I don't know how to say it, and I don't want to know about it, right? So don't talk to me, right? And I was like, I couldn't understand that train of thought, because it was like, well, you're going to get left behind. I get it. You want to be authentic, and I understand that, you know, if you're a copywriter, if you're an artist or whatever, but you still have to learn AI. You still have to learn the possibilities of it. You still have to learn how to incorporate it into your business, because if you don't, then someone who is your competitor who's going to be using AI is going to wipe the floor with you. And, you know, they're saying that AI, you know, by the year 2030 or whatever it is, there's going to be up to, you know, 70 plus million job losses from AI. But there's going to be 180 something million new jobs created. So this is what we have to understand with AI, is that, you know,
opposite of what people are telling us.
That's right. It's not AI that's going to take your job. It's going to be someone using AI that's going to take your job. And so, or, you know, wipe your business out. It was like everybody that, you know, had a brick and mortar business and went, oh, I'm not getting on that interwebby thingy. It's a phase. It'll never last, right? Go back further. People who would do radio advertising went, that television box thing. Oh, that's not going to take. No one's going to watch that. I'll stick to my old radio. I'll stick to my radio advertising. Thank you very much, right? And, you know, and so those businesses unfortunately got left behind, because the people who saw the opportunity in television and then internet and then, you know, whatever it was, grabbed it and ran. So, you know, Helen said, embrace it the same way we've embraced internet, emails, mobile phones. Exactly, Helen. right?
Yep.
So this AI is here, guys. There's no ifs, buts, or maybes. Like I said before, you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube, right? AI is here and it's here to stay. There is no way that they're going to ever wipe AI out of our world ever, right? So you may as well, again, strap on and jump in and, you know, enjoy the ride. But you've got to learn how to use it. So you can go onto YouTube and learn a lot of stuff, but a lot of the people on YouTube use a lot of jargon. They do tutorials that can be very confusing if people aren't really tech savvy, or they have that mental block of, I know I've got to do it, but I don't really want to do it. And I just, you're dragging them, kicking and screaming into the AI universe. And so I thought, okay, you know what? We really do need a course that is specifically for those people who are over that 45 to 50 years of age, younger. Like, anyone can join the course, but anyone who's not overly tech savvy, they've either just put their toe in the water, or they've heard about AI and they're still working out what to do with it, and they don't understand the possibilities or what it does or what it's all about. I've put together a course, and it's called the 5 Foot Rope ChatGPT Advantage course, and it will give you an advantage learning ChatGPT. You will go from confused to confident in 4 sessions. We're going to do 4 sessions, 3 hours each. Okay. You will have lifetime access to the replays of those sessions. You get a workbook that, you know, you can write a heap of stuff down in. I give you a pre-course checklist, so that I go, right, go and do this, and this before you even come into the course. Hopefully you'll choose to join me live in those 3 hours. And every day there's more stuff. I go, you know what, I really need to include that in the course, and I really need to put that in the course. And I said to Ali before we came live, I'm going to struggle to stick within the 3 hours, because there's so much that I want to share, but I don't want to obviously overwhelm people. But I want to do it in such a way that it's a good structure, that you're starting from the very beginning. Let's sign up to OpenAI. What is OpenAI? I thought you were talking about ChatGPT. Okay, well, let's learn why it's OpenAI. You've got to sign up to use ChatGPT. Yeah. And, you know, what's the difference between the free and the paid, and how to create prompts, how to engineer prompts, what's the difference between a good prompt and a bad prompt, you know, how do we do that? How do we get it to, you know, learn about our business? How do we talk to it? I talk to my AI. I don't type anything. I jump on my phone and I talk to it. My AI is called Charlie, and I get on there and go, hey, Charlie.
Started doing, to be honest.
Love it.
I haven't started talking to it. I'm going to try that.
It is brilliant. I actually sat yesterday. I had to take Mum to the dentist, and I sat in my car yesterday, and I was talking to it about, you know, what I wanted to include in the workbook, and, you know, how I needed the workbook to be structured, and, you know, so on and so forth. And it was brilliant. And then Lainey messaged me, and Lainey, I hope she doesn't mind me saying this, her and Cam have organised to go on holidays. And I said, well, where are you going? And she told me, and she said, but we're not really sure where we're going to start. I said, okay, what are you looking for? And she said, well, we want to be near the beach, and we want to be doing this and this. I said, all right, give me a second. And I went away, and I asked ChatGPT. I said, right, I'm going on holidays here, and I'm in this age group, and this is what I want, and this is what I don't want. And so what do you got for me? Give me the top 7 resorts in the area. Tell me how far they are from the airport, and tell me what's included in the room.
Boom. Love it.
And so I copied all that and sent it to Lainey, and Lainey's going 5 foot rope travel.
All right, we're nearly out of time, my darling. So okay, so tell us. So you said you've got this training coming up. When is it? How much is it? How can they get it?
So the ChatGPT, the 5 Foot Rope ChatGPT Advantage course is going to run on the 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th of March. They're going to be 3-hour sessions. Okay, you also get invited into a private group, and in that private group, I will do extra trainings. I will be sharing really good prompts that I come across. I'll be sharing information about AI, updating AI, what's happening in the AI universe. So even in that group, you'll be learning. It'll be an ongoing thing that will be happening, not just while that course, because I'll do more courses, right? So, and you'll be all part of that. So it's going to be the full price of the course is $197. I have an early bird price at the moment of $97. But if you're watching this live, and whether it's now or as a replay, and you want to come and join the 5 Foot Rope ChatGPT Advantage course at the end of March, I will do it for the early bird price, early bird price of $57.
You're joking.
$57, and that's for the course. That's for the workbook that you can reference back to. That's for the group that will be ongoing. That's for lifetime access to those videos, those sessions, and it will be an ongoing community of learning inside that that members only group. That group will eventually become a subscription. Yeah, so the group will eventually become a subscription only group, but if you've joined through one of the courses, then you get lifetime access to that group. So
wow. Okay, so that's a no-brainer, guys. Not $197, not $97, but if you're watching this, $57, guys. That is a friggin' no-brainer. Yep, woohoo, sign me up. There you go. Absolutely, Manley. So I think if your beautiful VA is watching, is Lay got a link or something she can pop in? Or?
Don't know who she is, but I'll throw the link in. So I'll put the link in for 5 Foot Rope TV, and I'll put the link in for the course with the super early bird price. I actually offered at the end of last year, and I was going to cut it off at the end of last year, but this is just for your network and for anyone watching. Yeah, okay, $57, guys. That's it, and you get invited into the group. Like as soon as you get signed up, you get invited into that group. So you already are getting learning before we even get to the course. So yeah,
I will see you there, guys, because I'm in 100%. All right, thank you so much, Suzi. You and I, everybody who knows us, you and I can talk for hours.
Yes,
however, I need to go and have lunch.
It's just all about you. Oh my God,
I'm sure as well. No, honestly, Suzi, it's been incredible. If you would like to, like we mentioned, get in touch with Suzi, she'll be popping links in the comments coming up. Don't hesitate, because honestly, yes, Suzi is one of my best mates, but she is a lady who knows her stuff, guys, right? I learned so much on a daily basis from Suzi. Please get in touch with her. Thank you for joining us today.
And Ali, don't forget, you and I might have something very exciting to announce soon.
I'm hoping that we do. Yes, we've got ideas.
We've got something brewing in the background.
Yeah, we've always got something brewing in the background, but this is extra special. So we'll just leave that there, shall we?
We'll just leave that there.
All right, I'm going to pop you down, Suze. Thank you again, my beautiful.
Thanks, guys, for joining. Bye.
And we'll see you in the expo. All right, guys. As usual, what an incredible chat with Suzi Manley. I absolutely adore that beautiful lady. So make sure you check out her links. I think she's probably busy putting them in the comments now. Now, if you would like to come and join our Heart and Soul Virtual Expo for free, guys, it's happening on the 5th, 6th, and 7th of February. My beautiful VA has just put the link in there. All you need to do, guys, is come and join our group. It's free to join. We'd just love to have you in there. You don't have to wait until the virtual expo. Come in now, because you can actually go and check all the stall albums that are in there. You can grab yourself some bargains. They might have bargains available for you now. You never know. Come and check it out. On the day, we have amazing things happening. We've got lives happening all day. We've got specials and posts going up all day long. We've got a lucky prize draw when you can be one of, of a few people to win one of thousands of dollars. And when I say thousands, I'm talking in like the $8,000 and $9,000 worth of prizes. There's so much that you can win from our incredible stall holders. Guys, there's so much going on in these virtual expos. I would encourage you to just click on that link, come and join the group, for free, check it out, and we will see you live for our Heart and Soul Virtual Expo on the 5th, 6th, and 7th of February. Now, before I go, one more thing. We have another sponsors interview today. Yes, I know, I'm coming live a third time with the beautiful Lorraine Enright, and we are coming live again at 2 p.m. Adelaide time. Let me just check that I got that right, because if I didn't, I'm going to be mad at myself. Yes, it is. Yeah, 2 p.m. Adelaide time, guys. So we'd love to have you join us then to support the beautiful Lorraine. She's another person who's changed up her business a little bit and rebranded. So I'm really excited to learn to hear what she's got to share with us. Guys, I'll see you live again at 2 p.m. Have a fantastic day. Bye, everybody.